All right. So, 2017. It's like its own kind of utopian dystopia whenever it comes to media. See, like, we've reached a point in humanity where the guy that told Macaulay Culkin to go down the hall and to the left it has been memed into being the president of the United States. I mean, where would a brave year or decade at that, like this one, look to for inspiration any other place than the disgustingly beautiful corporate media landscape of the 80s? So get this. In 2017, of all years, not only are people still complaining about my genius sons being too loud, but there are human beings out there that haven't seen The Breakfast Club. For anyone who hasn't been conditioned like the gorgeously impressionate robots they are to worship John Hughes and everything he produces, look no further because I'm one of the most programmed of them all. So, movie starts out, and I'm almost confident you know at least that 5 high school stereotypes are stuck in a ridiculously long detention. So you got the nerdy kid, goth girl, rich popular girl, student athlete, and Bart Simpson just like sitting in this room while Adolf VII lectures up front about how they're all individually failures that he holds to different regard because he's some kind of racist or something like that.
You're all the scum of this planet. Jesus hates all of you. You all know why you're here.
I tried killing myself with a flare gun.
That's enough out of you. I am the law. I am the judge, the jury, and the executioner.
Mr. Hitler, sir, I think punishment's a bit excessive for this. Can I get it down to the couch?
No! Shut up! Get out! What are you doing? Go sit down!
But anyways, they have to write a 1,000-word essay, which means nothing like at all to the audience until an hour and a half from now. So the only talking one here is when John Bender, our Bart Simpson child, says a pop culture reference that was funny at the time, but it doesn't work too well 30 years later.
Hey, Barry Manilow.
Who's Barry Manilow?
I don't know. Why don't you go ask him for me?
I've had enough of your trash, John Bender. One more word out of you, and I'm gonna steal your dog and fill it with cement. My family's already left me because of your cyberbullying.
Nothing personal, kid.
So they all start sitting there and acting like good American children when Bender's ADHD just suddenly starts exploding.
I have ADHD! I hate you! You suck! You're okay.
And he slowly proves to be that one kid who repeatedly screams the N-word when you play Call of Duty back in 2010, but he's got such a laid-back coolness to it that it doesn't matter that he's on that level. Like, for what it's worth, this dude has quite the style. Like, he's suave. He has, like, he's got this denim jacket, and I want it just because he does. Anyways, though, Bender still goes at it for a while, just kind of arguing and making everyone hate each other. So the next part is really important. Keep note of this because this is the first of many family bonding moments. Bender decides to take a screw out of the door. And see, this results in them covering up for him when the principal comes in, as if he didn't just bully each and every one of them.
Put the screw back, dude. That's not cool.
We're totally not covering for you, Bender.
What are you guys doing here? What are you all doing, you freaking cowards? What are you guys doing? Get to work.
What are you doing here? Doesn't that make you a coward?
The nerd, though, Brian, he almost sells him the heck out, like, immediately.
He did it.
That's not cool, dude. You've effectively caused a lot of more trouble for all of us. This could have been the end of the entire movie. Just right there. Do you want to throw off the entire plot? Because it looks like we're gonna do that if you keep this up. You weak, sickly child.
And Bender drops the eternal proof that he's Bart Simpson by literally, without hesitation, but for 1 second, saying,
Eat my shorts.
Boy, I'm cracking skulls. That's next Saturday. That's next Saturday. That's next Saturday. That's next Saturday.
So eventually, after some heavy messing around because everyone's bored out of their minds, they go from gutting each other brutally to having an emotional conversation. That's one of my favorite parts of this movie, honestly. And it adds just a bit more depth to it.
Being a teenage girl who gets everything she wants from her father is a highly difficult lifestyle.
Yeah, it's tough being a teen and stuff. A lot of pressure.
My mom beats me with a wire coat hanger.
See, I've heard people talk badly on the fact that 1 minute they're killing each other and the next they're just like best friends, but I'd say it's pretty accurate to reality. This talk they have immediately stops when Bender starts arguing with everyone.
Hey Claire, your fashion choices don't appease me. Normies like you don't deserve praise. I only believe in this because none of us know each other. And the true purpose of the Breakfast Club is we all think we're each other's stereotypes, but in reality, we're completely original individuals, struggling with life in our own ways, just trying to get through teenage years happily.
You better step the heck down, child.
You Estefez or Sheen children don't scare me, so you better back off before I slam you.
You fool! I knew you would say that, you foul fiend.
Oh jeez, I got duped. This was quite the elaborate ruse I walked into. Please release me, you creature! I have learned from my error that I had just committed.
Haha, you dink!
That was my trick. Now I'll be able to release my sharp object. Wait until you get stuck with these points. Or there isn't any stuffing because my mom might get mad or something.
Alright, so then suddenly, through the door comes Charles Manson as janitor.
Do you fail to find meaning in your life? Does slapping and dapping the floors really find fulfillment? Do you ever want more?
I'm the eyes and ears around here. I know all, I see all, I am all. Remember you were talking about how you're gonna fill your dad's dog with cement? I heard it all. They don't pay me enough for this job. The ability to stalk you boys is more than any job could give me.
So basically at this point, it's 11:30 and they're allowed to get lunch, and lo and behold, they're still fighting about next to nothing while simultaneously bonding and becoming better human beings.
Wow, Brian. You seem to have quite the nutritious lunch. Was Mr. Rogers your dad or something?
Yeah, actually. Yeah. He's a very loving man and would never harm anyone. And your lack of empathy for anyone or anything is truly saddening and worrying. And I think you might need to go to some therapy sometime.
Here's my impression of life at Big Bry's house. Son! Hi, Dad! How was your day? Oh, great, Dad! How was yours? Oh, it's just swell. Hey, son, how would you like to go fishing this weekend? Aw, I would love to. Oh, wait, I have homework. Oh, well, that's okay, son. You can do it on the boat. Oh, gee, Dad, you're the best. Hey, honey, isn't our son just the best? Oh, yeah, he's just the best.
What are you, some kind of big boy? Let's hear about the Bender lifestyle.
Stupid, no good, bad boy, small man, worthless jerk. And don't forget about ugly. I gave birth to this child, and he represents a large part of me, but I still make fun of his characteristics I gave him. You've got around 18 to 19 seconds to leave this room and put on Space Jam on our beautiful TV. But, Dad, what about Space Jam 2? Ah! This is horrible.
You trying to bamboozle us right now?
You're fibbing us out right now, Bendy.
Did I stutter?
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
So, all of a sudden, after realizing they're not at Montour under the brilliant security system, they make a break out to the hall. But then once they realize that the principal is also in the hall, it leads to the all-time greatest chase scene in all of movies where the protagonists aren't even being chased. Eventually they do hit a dead end though, leading to Bender, Bart Simpson, our Lord and Savior Kanye West, sacrificing himself to authority. So now that he's captured by the big man, he just sits there until like he walks in. He just, our principal, he just walks in, he just starts cussing him out. But keep in mind, this is not only a high school class where we have to keep PG, but it's also usually just on TV. Like turn on your TV at any time of the day and Seinfeld is just playing. There's always at least one channel. That's the same case with The Breakfast Club. So because of that, it's completely censored all the time. So the principal just goes up to Bender and he smacks him and he yells slop, and he smacks him again and he yells slime, and he starts choking him. And everyone's freaking out in the audience, but no one in the movie cares because apparently in the 80s this smackdown occurs on every child every 10 minutes. And Bender just says to him, he says, "Are you threatening me?" As if that could change this massive beatdown. Luckily, big man principal has to drop deuce, so Bender crawls through and breaks through the roof and ends up right where he started. So, meanwhile, they're having a happy hopping time. The Führer's downstairs in the basement reading up on confidential files that legally he's not supposed to be touching. But then not only than Charles Manson busts him bad when they finally meet together for a crossover episode. Sadly, rather than going through wacky antics as murderous sociopaths, our good old janitor man just talks a good $50 out of the principal in order to get him to stay quiet about this.
You've been dusted and busted, little boy. Pay me $50 right now. I'm going to steal your father.
I have $4.30.
It's fine.
Why are you here? Did you ever want to be a janitor when you were little? Why are 80s kids such bullies to me? Who are you?
I'm nobody.
But anyways, back to our hormonal creatures. They're asking in a circle if someone would do something for $1 million, and Allison just baits Claire the heck out with some compulsive lies. The funniest thing around.
You like to read, Claire?
What?
Because I read everything. Books, pamphlets, scripts, manuals, the same few Garfield strips over and over again because Jim Davis is a genius.
Lie.
Do your parents know about this?
I've only told my shrink. I read all of his books too. So let's hear it, Claire. How many books have you read in your life? Double-edged sword, isn't it?
What?
See, if you read books, you're a hecking nerd. But if you don't, you're hick trash. There's no way around it.
I think Claire just likes to read books for class, don't you, Claire? You like the good look of that grade. No! I've never read a book in my life!
Ha! You dink. I don't even like books. I just compulsively lie because it proves me a strange sense of fulfillment that nothing else does.
I'm only here today because I bullied a kid because I thought my dad would like it. But instead I just got caught, and I had to waste my Saturday with a bunch of people that I don't know or don't know me.
This year I decided to take shop class because, easy A, right? And I have to live up to the 4.0 standard at my house constantly, so why not give it a try? Earlier this week, for the final project, we'd make a lamp, like a ceramic elephant, where you pull the trunk and it lights up. Mine didn't light up. Got an F. I couldn't stand to see my grade average shoot down, especially because that's my first F on anything. So I decided that I'd end it all by shooting myself with a flare gun.
Wow! Not only did you manage to fail something as easy as shop class, but you were gonna kill yourself over it. What a loser! Dad gave me one of those thick PCs for Christmas for 2006, and I said, "Oh, Daddy, since when are you an okay man followed by the sheer disappointment of when I turned it on and it just exploded into smoke and flames. I said, "Daddy, why'd you do this to me, Pop?" And all he could do was laugh in his big man voice. He said to me, "Smoke it up, Johnny," and walked outside, leaving me to hopefully die in the grease fire explosion that also caused our garage around the same time. I think I'm gonna be like my daddy one day. I cry when I think about that.
Yeah, thanks for the factoid, pal, but are we still gonna be friends on Monday?
Ha! No.
It's really cut up, actually.
Shut up, Andrew, you little manlet. You never let him be seen with you and your little balloon animal friends. I definitely do the same thing. Wow, you're an awful person. Ha, you do the same thing, you coward man. Don't lie to me.
Bender starts crawling back through the air vents to keep from getting caught in there, and Claire baits our good old boy Brian into writing one paper that goes for all of them.
You know, it would be like really nice if you could write the paper for all of us while we just kind of fool around.
Okay.
Poor guy. He deserves more than he gets. And then she just walks into the room where Bender is, and suddenly they just act like they don't hate each other after the entire movie, after like as if they didn't, and they just suddenly love each other.
Wow, I suddenly love you after an entire movie of hating you.
So we're like totally dating now. It's like a totally cool piece of irony that's in this movie but would never happen in real life.
Then they all kind of go home while Don't You Forget About Me plays, and Bender does the hand thing on the football field. The end. Go to sleep.
Don't you forget about me.